more talk about changing fluoride levels in Columbia water.
The cold weather is driving many to shelters in Columbia, but they're filling up.
And a building on fire in downtown Columbia has streets closed. KOMU 8 News at 9 starts now.
KOMU 8 News at 9 starts with breaking news.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Fire crews are working on a structure fire at Trapp Law Firm in downtown Columbia.
Walnut Street between 5th and 7th Street is closed because of the fire. We're told that fire is now under control. There's no word on if anyone has been hurt. KOMU 8's Mychaela Bruner is live downtown with the details. Mychaela.
Thank you, Allie and Jim. Right now I am standing right outside of the Trapp Law Firm right here on the corner of Walnut and 7th Street in Columbia. The courthouse is right there on my left.
A chance of wintry mix is on the way to mid-Missouri.
We could sure use some much-needed rain. Let's send it over to Doppler Dave for the details.
Key word here is chance, and the chances are pretty slim. But let's have a look at live Doppler 8 First Alert radar and on the forecast coming up on KOMU 8 News at 9.
Dave, thank you very much. As you can imagine, with all of this frigid weather we've had this week, a Columbia homeless shelter is full.
The room at the inn has seen so many people looking for a warm place to sleep that it has had to send some guests to other shelters in the area. KOMU 8's Monica Alia Talavera joins us live from Wilkes Boulevard United Methodist Church in Columbia with more.
The room at the inn opens at 7 p.m. and the lines were out the door earlier this evening. Talavera, KOMU 8 News.
The Columbia Board of Health Subcommittee received public opinions tonight on the amount of fluorine in the city's water supply. The current fluoridation level is 0.7 parts per million. The subcommittee will make a recommendation to the City Council whether to keep the current level, lowering it, or using a different form of fluoride. A longtime dentist says the current water fluoridation is safe.
Many of the websites and national spokespersons against water fluoridation cite studies and information and material from other countries, and it's not an equal comparison.
Several residents who came to the meeting say even after hearing a scientific report, they're concerned about the effects of fluoride on their health. If you live in the Lake of the Ozarks area and you get sick, one of your options would be the Westlake Medical Center.
But after not receiving proper reimbursements from the government, the center is in jeopardy of closing its doors for good. KOMU 8's Elise Ogiani joins us in the studio with more.
Thanks, Allie and Jim. Now, if you'd like to donate to the Westlake Medical Center, you can find out how on our website at komu.com.
The Missouri Senate is talking about the recent $5.6 million purchase of an airplane. The Highway Patrol says the patrol paid for the plane out of its revolving door equipment fund, which pays for cars, boats, and planes. Senate leaders say their committees were never told about the plane. The patrol says it bought the bigger plane so it would have more room for passengers and cargo. A Democratic senator defended the plane's purchase.
You know, our governor does have the responsibility to work to advocate for more jobs, not just across the state, but across the country and across the world.
So it's all relative. You can't look at the cost of an airplane in the scheme of the entire state budget. You have to look at it in what's available to you and what sacrifices have we been making and the people of the state of Missouri have been making now for a number of years.
The Highway Patrol says the plane is available to any state official on a first-come, first-served basis. Governor Nixon refused to answer our questions when he landed at the Jefferson City Airport this afternoon. Missouri's GED test is changing in 2014 for the first time in 12 years. The price to take the test will jump from $40 to $140. The new test will do away with the pencil and paper format and will be completely computer-based. Content will be more challenging. Test results will be known immediately and offer an in-depth analysis of the score. Nancy Balensis has been going to a prep class at Douglas High School the past 2 years. She hopes this is the year she gets her GED.
The reason why I start coming to school is because when I came to this country, that was one of my dreams.
Since it will be a completely new test in 2014, if you don't finish all 5 sections by the end of the year, none of the sections will count and you'll have to start from square one.
In your news around the state, a Northwest Missouri man has pleaded guilty for the slaying of his coworker with a hatchet. He was sentenced to 2 terms of life in prison, plus an additional 207 years. Quentin Odell admitted killing 22-year-old Alyssa Shippert in May 2011 on the banks of the Platte River with a hatchet he picked up on the shore. He also admitted to slashing the abdomen of a different 21-year-old woman in December 2011 at her apartment southeast of Platte City. The Missouri couple, who won a share of the largest jackpot in Powerball history, is giving back to a nearby community. The Hills won nearly $300 million and have multiple plans for the jackpot money. Some of those plans include replacing Camden Point's downtown firehouse, moving it to the side of the town's baseball field, and building a new ball field. The Hills have already donated money for the town to buy a land for the wastewater treatment. Hundreds of St. Louis Cardinals fans waited in line in St. Louis today to pay their final respects to baseball legend Stan Musial. Stan the Man Musial passed away on Saturday at his home in St. Louis at the age of 92. He spent 22 years of his life playing for the Cardinals and had 475 home runs when he retired in 1963. His private funeral will be held Saturday in St. Louis.
Rioting in the Egyptian capital while protesters were targeting a wall.
And coming up, we'll give you a look at a precipitation forecast, which just might contain a few areas of freezing drizzle tonight. That's next on KOMU 8 News at 9.